Most people think documentaries start with a script. They do not. When I fly somewhere to produce a YouTube channel, I usually have no idea what the story is yet. My job isn't just to film what happens, it's to figure out what the story is before my flight home. Bull Airs hired me to produce their YouTube channel. On paper, the job seems pretty simple. Film a sneaker convention, get some B-roll, film some celebrities, and then head home, right? But filming is never the hard part. Finding the story is. Astoria, Oregon is a town that knows exactly what it is. It's a tourist trap for movie fans of the movies shot right here in Astoria, Oregon. I updated my iPhone right before going on this, which turned out to be a great upgrade because it allowed me to actually use some of the footage that I shot on my phone when I didn't have my camera on me. You'll see more of that in just a minute. So I call this process story finding. Every documentary starts with hundreds of random moments that don't seem connected. A delayed shipment, a funny conversation, a fan interaction, a celebrity interview, a quiet drive between locations. Most people would see these as unrelated events. I'm looking for the one thread that ties them all together. Because once I find that thread, the entire documentary starts writing itself. But I just didn't know if I'd found it yet. Okay, as stated in the intro, we are here at the Short Circuit 40th Anniversary Convention with Bull Airs. And right now, I'm just getting some B-roll, filming them setting up.
So the shoes, and my God, I'm sweating like crazy. Shoes are stuck in customs.
As a documentary filmmaker on the fly, I am always trying to find the story. And it just so happened the Short Circuit shoes that Bull Airs has produced are stuck in customs. So although that is not ideal at all for Bull Airs, it is perfect for me who's trying to create a storyline. A lot of my time as a documentary filmmaker is spent just talking to my subject. It's really important to get them to trust you, to become friends with you, and to know when you ask them something, your intentions are good, not to, make them look bad, but to paint them in the best light. So a lot of my time I just spend, becoming friends with who I'm filming with.
Have it halfway. Yeah. You just say when.
That way you can get them to do stupid things like this in front of people.
Hey, all you airheads, we are here in sunny yet cloudy Astoria, Oregon. Today is the 40th. I'm sorry, hold on a second.
And action.
Hey, everybody, we are here in Astoria, Oregon for the 40th anniversary celebration of.
I almost said Stranger Things.
Again, getting a lot of use out of that iPhone this weekend.
Short Circuit. It's the 40th anniversary celebration here. And right now, you can't make it to Astoria? It's fine. Go to the website. Go to bullairs.com and get your stuff today before it sells out.
After Bull Airs was set up, they were actually having a meet and greet with the robot from Short Circuit, Johnny 5, at the actual house they filmed at. So we headed that way in hopes of finding a story there. I don't really know what I was expecting this weekend, but a real live functioning Johnny 5 robot was not in that plan for me. Also, they're a sneaker company, so we got to film some sneakers. First up, Stranger Things.
Hey, Amy, thank you so much for letting me visit Stephanie's house. It's like a dream come true. You're amazing. I really appreciate it. Hope we can hang out and have some fun.
This shot was really important to me just as a filmmaker because I had watched the movie right before going. And when I got to this house, I thought, I want to create that exact shot they got in the film. And I think I got it pretty close, and I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. Okay, much like I'm doing you guys right now, it's time to film some moments reminding people why they're watching this video.
It's pretty cool. The shoes will be here. We're not worried about it.
I'm worried about it. Fraggle Rock.
Tom worries about everything.
I can't stress enough how important it is to get an overabundance of B-roll, especially when you need stuff to cut to while you're giving a voiceover. It is now day 2 of our 3-day shoot.
This is my view from my hotel. I didn't get a river view, which is kind of a bummer. But the Johnny 5 house, Short Circuit house that we were at yesterday, is that teal house focus on the house, please. Right there. I am getting ready for the actual day one of the Short Circuit anniversary convention. I don't really know how this is going to go. It's a small town. There wasn't really a lot of people yesterday. It could be a huge con, it could not be, but it was really cool, like going to all the movie locations yesterday and actually seeing a working Johnny Five from Short Circuit. I thought it was just going to be like a statue or, you know, like an out of commission one from the movie. I didn't know it was actually going to work and speak. I don't know if they use AI to get it to kind of answer the questions they ask it, because it wasn't like he didn't program it. He wasn't like typing it in like Stephen Hawking or something. Like he was asking it, we were asking it questions. It would take like a second to generate an answer. So I'm thinking some form of like ChatGPT or its own version that does it. But that was really, really cool. And if that's the case, a really cool way to use AI. Are the shoes going to come in? That's a huge deal. When I'm filming these documentaries, like I'm making stuff up on the fly, trying to figure out, you know, what the story's going to be. So as bad as it is for them that their shoes got caught in customs, it's actually great for me. So that's the storyline today. Hopefully we come up with another storyline because I need to get like 3 or 4 episodes out of this weekend. Obviously, the overall thing is brand awareness and get people into Bull Airs. But for me, it's like creating a story on Bull Airs and an episode for their YouTube channel. And then we got Ali Sheedy and Steve Gutenberg there today. My goal is to do like an episode like we did for David Faustino and Sean Weiss, where we kind of interview them and talk about their career and maybe talk about shoes if they were into shoes. Ali Sheedy, I don't know. Steve Gutenberg, possibly he was into shoes, but at least we can get him talking about the Goonie shoes they have there, and hopefully if they get the Short Circuit shoes in. We've got a weekend to create 3 to 4 episodes. We may have an episode out of what we filmed yesterday.
It's the coolest food truck I've ever seen.
I'm kind of always worried filming in public spaces because there's people didn't sign up to be on camera, but you know, it looks good to get interaction. I'm always worried that it's gonna prevent people from coming to their booth if they see me there. And then just, again, like we gotta pull out 3 or 4 episodes. So far, my storyline is, will the shoes get here on time? So first things first is we gotta check in with Tom and see where the shoes are at.
Got an update on the shoes?
Where are the shoes? They're supposed to be here for the convention. They're still in transit here. Luckily, yesterday we were able to get on the phone with somebody and finally talk to somebody and complain to a little bit of higher ups. I had to pull a Karen, but we're there. They assured me it was going to be here by noon. We wake up this morning and we got that bad boy. It says it's going to be here Monday. Yeah. 2 days after the convention's over.
Now,
So-
if you watch this episode, you'll notice that the last clip of Tom, I actually broke into 2, to where I played the first half at the beginning of the video and the second half at the end of the video to make it seem like he didn't just get one blanket statement from FedEx saying the shoes won't be there till Monday, and break it down into actually getting one that says they might come and then a second one to confirm that they haven't come. That's an editing choice to build a better story, which I think really works out because it gets people to watch to the end. If you just tell them straight up, you know, they're not coming, then there's 12 more minutes of video that they're just gonna watch knowing the outcome.
So I was just standing there smiling at whoever was walking in the door, and they were like, "Hey!" And I knew they weren't talking to me, so I just looked around, and then I realized she was talking to me because it was Ali Sheedy, and she thought I knew who she was. And I feel dumb. I hope she doesn't, but I'm pretty sure we both walked away with it, feeling uncomfortable.
It's going pretty good. So my storyline of like not having the sneakers because they're stuck in customs is working out perfectly because everybody's asking about them and they're having to tell people over and over and over again that they're stuck in customs.
And the shoes were supposed to be here, but they're stuck in customs. The jackets and the shoes are literally stuck in Oakland, California. Shoes were only here to display, but they were stuck in customs right now. Stuck in customs. Supposed to be here, but they were stuck in customs. FedEx has had them for over a week. We got a notice that it was stuck in customs on Saturday of last week. Yeah, they're supposed to be here, but they're stuck in customs in Oakland right now. FedEx. Every day it's just been stuck there in Oakland. We've been arguing with them for a week to get it over here. So then yesterday I literally called. I'm like, listen, this is a Sony event, blah, 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 blah. I need these freaking shoes. And they're like, all right, well, so then this morning they updated the tracking. But if you want the shoes, you can order right online, bowlers.com, and this is the code that will get you a discount.
Wish the shoes were here. That sucks.
Hey everybody, it's Johnny 5 here. If you see me out and about, don't be shy. I would love to take a picture with you. Let's make some fun memories together.
Again, just so cool. Here's a mistake I think a lot of filmmakers make. They spend all their time filming the event, but events aren't usually the story. The people are. That's why we left the convention. The Goonies house, Kindergarten Cop, Short Circuit. These weren't just cool places to visit. I needed to understand why these movies still mattered 40 years later. Because if I understood that, I'd understand why Bull Ayers was there. And maybe I'd finally understand what this documentary was really about. When I came here, the shutters were painted blue and they had Jewish Star David flags everywhere.
I don't think that. You're serious.
Dead serious.
Yeah, that is a legit thought.
Yeah, the Goonies house.
And
this is where they filmed the Goonies. 1, 2, and 3.
It's the Goonies house. Come on, you can't go wrong. You gotta do the truffle shuffle. You gotta have data swinging from the other neighbor's house, the mom yelling at you. Everything that you think of when you think of 80s nostalgia is right here in this location.
Stop walking, stop walking. After that, we headed to the school from Kindergarten Cop, and you get to see a little of my aggressive directing there.
Matt, did you watch Kindergarten?
Yeah, a couple times.
Do you like it?
Yeah, the dad scared me.
Oh, the Kurt Russell 2.0? Because he looked like, he's like if you got Kurt Russell on Temu and you needed him, that's where you couldn't afford regular Kurt Russell, so we got 2.0 Kurt Russell. That's your guy right there. He did a good job.
You know, Tom was on 2 seasons of Ink Masters, so he's no stranger to reality TV, which makes directing him a lot easier because he also understands where there's a chance to get a good bit. Kindergarten Cop. I had to check out the local skate shop while I was here, and the guy, let's go down this way. The guy was full of great information.
Oh, yeah. Information I'm very surprised that you didn't already know.
Oh, yeah, Turtles 3's films in here. And then I got a skateboard. Oops, upside down.
And a t-shirt.
And a t-shirt.
Of course.
At this point, I had beautiful footage, great interviews, amazing locations, but I still wasn't convinced I had a documentary. That's one of the hardest parts about producing YouTube channels. Footage is easy. Storytelling isn't. I still needed one moment. The moment where everything finally clicked. Yesterday went well. It helped that they had to continually tell everybody that the shoes had not made it there yet. And that, my whole idea was to make it about that. And that just kind of helped the narrative. We'll see if they show up today. They probably won't. It will probably be Monday. Today, I'm kind of worried because I've been told that, there's only so much you could do in that place. There's like 6 vendors. So if everybody came in town and they did all the stuff yesterday, I don't know if they're going to want to do it again today. So it should be dead in there, but that should help us because we are doing interviews with Steve Gutenberg and the people that made the Johnny 5 robot. So that's cool. Oh, and the guy from the last Air Fighter or the last Aviator, some movie like that from the 80s. So if it's a little calmer, there's not so much noise, it'll make for a better edit with those interviews. So, yeah. Okay, today is basically my last chance. If I don't find the emotional center of this story today, I'm going home with a hard drive full of clips instead of a documentary. Luckily, documentaries have a fun way of revealing themselves when you stop trying to force them.
This is so unhealthy.
I love it.
It's unhealthy.
How do you feel about that? I love it. I love me some Monster.
One of the things I'm trying to do with the Bull Airs YouTube channel is turn it into a legitimate show in the style of Hot Ones or really sneaker shopping with Complex. We did a couple of episodes with David Faustino and Sean Weiss, and my goal here was to bank a bunch of episodes with Steve Gutenberg and Ali Sheedy and a couple of the other celebrities that are here. Again, a lot of downtime at this convention because of the shoe situation. So we are actually headed back to the Goonies house. We've got exclusive access to do some things there. And I've realized, hey, we can turn that into an entire episode itself of Tom getting to live out one of his childhood fantasies and visit one of his favorite movies.
Let's do that again. I was watching playback. I need you to come back down here.
Oh, okay.
Step up a little bit.
I want to end up there.
And cut up there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna follow.
Okay.
Action. Okay. Action. Take a step back. Walk to the. Do that again. And action. There.
You know, it's not lost on me that I'm getting to shoot at the same locations as massive directors like Steven Spielberg. So I did take a couple moments to take all of that in. This was never a documentary about sneakers. The sneakers were just what got us here. The real story was nostalgia, childhood dreams, movie history, a company trying to build something meaningful, and a shipment delay that forced us to tell a much better story than we'd planned. That's why I love producing YouTube channels. And honestly, that's why I wanted to start sharing these behind the scenes videos. If you enjoyed coming behind the scenes with me, let me know in the comments. I've got a lot more client projects coming up, and every single one starts exactly the same way.